Hey, I'm Robin. I'm here with Robert Gentz, who's the co-founder and CEO of Zalando. My name is Robin Wauters. I'm the founding editor of Tech.eu, and we're here at the Tech Open Air Festival in Berlin, edition 2015. Robert, welcome.
Thank you.
For those who don't know, what is Zalando?
Yeah, Zalando is a company that's active in the fashion space. So we're selling shoes and fashion online. Yeah, in Europe, so we're very popular and very active here in Europe. Not in the States, but in Europe, very, very popular.
Got it. You're also a public company these days, so that means you have to share numbers even if you don't want to. So give me some numbers. What kind of revenue, traction, customers, how many countries are you in?
So we're active in 15 countries. So we did last year about 2.2 billion in revenues, billion euro revenues, and we're and within these countries we have roughly about 15 million active customers.
And are you actively looking to expand out of Europe, or are you settling down and like expanding in Europe as much and as fast as you can?
Yeah, so the fashion space in Europe is about 400 billion euro every year. So we do like roughly 2 billion. So it's just like a 0.5% market share. So we think we can play a very active and bigger role here within Europe. So we don't plan to go outside of Europe.
So how big is the company now? How many employees?
So we're nearly 10,000 employees now. Obviously lots of them as well in in the blue collar areas such as logistics and customer service, and then here within Berlin we have about 4,000 employees.
Right. And how many of these work in tech? Because I know Zalando has like this business unit, Zalando Tech. How many of those 4,000 work in the tech department?
Yes, our tech department is roughly about 800 people now. So, but including product management and so on. So, but about roughly 800.
They're even in a separate building, aren't they?
Yeah. So yeah, obviously, if you try to get like 800 people in one place, you need kind of a big building. Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. So 800 people in the tech department. That means are you having trouble recruiting in Berlin at this point, or is there still like lots of room to grow?
Well, I think. Obviously, we always fight for the best talents out there. I think all it has become like a lot more tougher to recruit over time because there's in Berlin there's so many great opportunities. I think just still like if you compare like the European space to the Silicon Valley, I think we're still like in a great paradise. So of being able to attract like lots of talents. Yeah?
So aside from the Zalando.com, like where people go to buy shoes and the mobile site, you also have a range of other products and services that you're focusing on. So can you tell us a little bit more about Zalon is one, for example?
Yeah, so I think like just to give you like a little bit of the bigger story about it. So when we started out 7 years ago, there was actually like the problem that we solved was to provide like a trusted destination where people can find a great selection of shoes and fashion online and get with a great convenience of free delivery and free returns and get it shipped. So this was like the first consumer question that we solved. Yeah. So and then we ended up like having like a huge retail company now. But if you like look today at this space, today like with the massive mobile distribution with that e-commerce really has become like as a matter of fact in everyday's life. So it's not a question, e-commerce if it really works. So it's really a matter of fact, and as well that you see the digital transformation within the fashion industry. We actually see that now we can solve like bigger kinds of questions out there. So the big questions about how does a consumer get the personalized style in the jungle of fashion articles that are available on the internet. How can you even ship like a fashion merchandise not within 2 days, but within 2 hours, like to a consumer? Or how can we like provide solutions for making fashion brands live in the online world? Yeah?
That's actually quite interesting because this year you launched sort of more of a platform approach, where Zalando wouldn't just be reselling brands' fashion items, but also providing them with a place to actually start their own stores within Zalando. In a way, is that a strategy that you're going to continue to pursue?
Yeah, exactly. So this is so these are like the questions that we try to solve. That I just mentioned. So obviously for these questions, that's not a retail question. It's like a technology question that we try to solve. So we so we believe heavily that there's a big space around creating like a vertical internet tech company around the fashion ecosystem that actually solves like lots of different kinds of problems for different kinds of consumers, and not only anymore like the consumer that really buys at Zalando, but really understanding as well the fashion brands, understanding bloggers, stylists as our customers that we provide solutions to. Yeah? So and then connecting them all in one ecosystem for the fashion and lifestyle space.
So you mentioned over 2 billion in revenue last year. Are you profitable right now, or only in certain regions?
No, we're profitable. So last year we actually had profits of 80 million, roughly 80 million.
Do you think it will continue that way, or will you invest the profits in growth?
So we believe in a profitable growth path. Yeah. So we obviously a company of our size, there's lots of room of growing, but we think it's for a company from our size, it's a better way to do it on a profitable growth path by now. So obviously we invest a lot into growth. Yeah. But we're not going crazy. Yeah.
Got it. Okay. So you went public in October on Frankfurt Stock Exchange. That happened quite quickly. So from 5 years to IPO, has the fact that you've gone public changed the way you approach things? Has it, because being a public company is a lot different than being a private company, obviously. But has it changed the way things work at Zalando?
I would say not. Yeah. So personally, obviously some things changed, but I would say, since we after we went public, we actually could concentrate a lot more again. Like after we've done it, so we could concentrate a lot more on business. And I think within Zalando, actually, I think the speed and entrepreneurialism after going public has actually accelerated afterwards, because now it's done. Yeah. Now we have some topics like quarterly earnings calls and so on. But now it's now we got used to it, and now we are really concentrating again on gaining up speed and building like our fashion ecosystem now.
Do you have any plans for acquisitions in Europe to accelerate not just organic growth but also through acquisitions? Because you have a lot of local competitors, obviously, and you have a couple of big ones. So do you see some sort of consolidation on that level?
So we're looking into acquisitions now, since we raised lots of money during the IPO, and we're looking into acquisitions mainly for tech capability reasons. So we just bought an advertising company that actually helps us to provide advertising solutions to fashion brands to target exactly their kind of fashion customers that they want to. We just has as well. We bought a share in a British company that's actually helping fashion brands to hook up to platforms. So those kind of investments, especially in the tech areas, that pretty much bring us lots of capabilities and bring us speed in providing tech capabilities.
Cool. So if you look at the Berlin startup scene in general, because you've seen it evolve over the last 5 to 10 years, what are your feelings about it? How do you look at it?
Yeah, I think when I came here to Berlin, it was about 7 years ago. I think the Berlin scene, it was very, very different at that time. So there was not really like an active startup scene. So there were a couple of startups, and actually you happen to know them all. Yeah. After when you came to Berlin, I think what happened over the last 7 years in Berlin was makes me very proud, because there's so much now happening, so much vibrancy, so much people from all internationally come now to Berlin in order to on one hand enjoy the city, but enjoy as well the the entrepreneurial dynamic ground that you see here, and really it really is fascinating, and really enjoy looking what really happens now. Yeah.
You received a little bit of criticism over the last few years, especially about the warehouse work and the complaints about the way things work there and the wages, etc. That criticism seems to have died down a little bit in recent times. Is that because you've made changes, or is it just the media attention is a little bit less?
Well, obviously we made lots of changes, and we believe obviously we have to be a very good employer, for all our people in order to be successful. And there was some fair criticism points about some of the issues that we had in logistics. Obviously, we changed that a lot. And, we increased lots of the wages in logistics. We do lots of different benefits like for logistic employees. So this is like our mentality. We have to be a good employer in order to be successful.
Got it. We're out of time. Robert, thank you very much for your time, and enjoy the rest of the festival.